how to
tag Max?
tag whoever you want. I don't know how you're gonna tag them, but
Or can you? Or
not that I know it. Well, you can go to the thing that I shared on my Facebook wall earlier and tag. Somebody already liked it, so, but nobody's here yet. You better come. We're actually outside doing it, guys, because of the weather. I'm saying guys like people are here because later on a bunch of people end up watching it. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your... Oh, yeah, of course. Of course we're going to... Okay, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. At least 1 minute of video is need to start a highlight. Yeah, I don't want to do a highlight. Oh, somebody's here.
That's me.
Wild the Hedgehog is you?
Yep. Oh, no, not Hedgehog.
Hey, guys. Wild the Hedgehog and G. Hello. Glenn was like, that's me. And I was like, Wild the Hedgehog's you? Why, you're watching the live from your phone? Don't mind me, guys. I'm outside, so...
Yeah, last time I couldn't watch it because it didn't come up till like 3 days later.
Okay, so... Sorry, guys. Hello. Hey, Retro. Hi, G. And hello, Wild the Hedgehog. Just waiting for other people to come. So far, there's 4 people in there. I was getting scared for a minute. I came on for like a minute. There was nobody. I was like, they don't love me no more. Don't mind that. Hello. Glenn's had too much Pepsi. No, Glenn drinks actually ginger ale, but you're close. And there, Glenn just said hello in the comments. He's sitting here, but he just said hello.
And of course, the fire truck's got to pass.
We're actually sitting outside. The weather's beautiful. We're about to do it inside, and I said, the weather's gorgeous. We talked about it last time. Let's do it outside. How's everybody doing? Still going to be looking at getting that. It's the made by Solido, the 1 of 18 scale Darth Vader Porsche. Right now, there's a Grail on Kijiji I'm kind of watching. Might pull the trigger in the next day or two if I can. I don't know, but we'll see. Max is not here. I don't know if he's working. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he's spending some time. He's not in the comments. I will tell you guys, Max, who is a viewer, asks me questions all the time about searching Marketplace and searching Kijiji. I'm very proud of Max. Oh, Max is there. Okay, Max is here. I'm very proud of Max because we set a goal for him, a price goal of what I told him that he should pay no more for the Silver Screen Machines General Lee. And we found him one for his price goal. And it even came with a couple extras. It came with the 1 of 64 scale Boss Hog Caddy, the General Lee, and I believe Roscoe's car. So it was cool. And it came in under his budget. Well, he had to pay for shipping, which put him, I think, $20 over his budget or something. But shipping doesn't count in the budget. Yeah, and by the way, Max, I seen the same car for $490 when I was scrolling down, the same exact car that you just grabbed. Wow. I'm here, buddy. Oh, yeah, that was so awesome. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, Max. I'm so pumped. I cannot wait till you get that because it's really something else, like the quality of it. Even the way it's boxed, you'll see a difference in the box of the Auto Arts compared to a lot of the other ones. Like, it's got the window on the bottom. Glenn's is sealed in the box. Well, we unsealed it. He got his sealed. We got it for him. We unsealed it because he had an idea, and I don't think the idea is off, but I you know, it's an idea. We know that the straps cause damage over time. Well, the Silver Screen Machines, the decal, Glenn brought up, you know, like what if that does something funny over time and God forbid to the flag on it, right? So we opened up the box, gentle, and I actually took the decal off the flag. and that way he can show the flag in the box as well. I have a die cast of a Divasini in 143 scale. Divasini, or Divco in 143 scale. Sorry, my eyes, guys. Divco in 143 scale. You know who's a fan of Divcos, I believe? And he's in the comments? G, I believe. That's the milk truck, isn't it, G? I believe Divco is the milk truck style, if I'm not mistaken. And if it is, G is a huge, huge fan of milk trucks. I have to take you guys for a walk inside for a minute, guys. I have Jug up in the air fryer. It has a timer on it. I'm not worried about it. It's not going to burn the house down, but I just got to take you for a little walk. Glenn, you relax. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Take 2 seconds. But yeah, in the house today, I noticed it was hot. We actually turned the pilot off and stuff like that in the fireplace because even though it wasn't on, it was still kicking the heat. So we made sure it's not pumping gas into the house, and we turned it. Ooh, not quite yet. I don't know. You guys could probably see that. Not quite yet, but almost. That's my jug up, my vittles. And I just went and got Pepsi because we were out of Pepsi I was out of Pepsi for like a day, so. Yesterday, by the way, guys, if I didn't return anybody's messages or anything, I was kind of an idiot. Thursday, I came home and I stayed up way too late because I'm feeling a lot better, so I've got the urge to do more stuff. That light's like a strobe light. I stayed up way too late and ended up going to work on 2 hours sleep, and I was fine. I was fine at work. The only problem was after a while, you know, your body starts to say F you. So last night I got like 3 hours sleep. I tried to stay up all day yesterday without broken sleep. I remember Dave being here at like 6 o'clock, and then like I said, oh, to Glenn, where's Dave? And Glenn said, oh, he went home hours ago. And I looked at my phone. It was like 10 o'clock, and I was still standing at the counter saying I was going to do stuff. And I was like, yeah, time to go to bed. It starts really, it messes with your mind after a while if you don't get sleep. That's why a lot of people on bad stuff from the street, I'm not going to say it in the live and get dinged, but that's why a lot of people, they act crazy. It's not necessarily all the stuff they've taken. It's the lack of sleep. Like if even somebody not on anything, like even let's say Glenn, like if he stayed up for 5 days in a row and didn't sleep for 4 days, he'd start acting crazy too. So add other stuff into that. Makes people paranoid and stuff. And ooh, those are hot. I gotta hurry up and do this because poor Glenn's outside. Hey, G, hope you had a good day. Max to G, yes, thank you. Oh, awesome, you guys. Yeah, you know what? I've always said this since I met Max. I've always said him and G would get along excellently if they lived here because they're around the same age. And they've got very similar personalities. I've always said it's a shame that they don't live here because those two would get along very, very, very well. Same outgoing personalities, same, both friendly guys. Sure, they're kind of hard not to on such a beautiful day. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody's asking G what kind of Divco diecast he has. Yeah, he would be the one to know that. I don't know if he has Divcos or if they're milk trucks or if milk trucks and Divcos are all the same thing. But he's the expert on that. He can answer. And thank you guys all for coming, by the way. Thank you, G, for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I tried to put it at night when everybody's settled in because it's nice weather out. And I also tried to give more notice, so I'm waiting for my copper custom wheels to go in for my Divco mystery machine. Ooh, that sounds like it's awesome. Oh, okay, I've spoke to you before about that. Gee, he made a mystery machine out of a Divco. Or he ordered one, whatever. He has a custom mystery machine. I think he made it out of a Divco. which sounds to me all kinds of awesome. Okay, so just gotta get a napkin. I'm coming out, Glenn, don't worry. Poor Glenn left him outside, but I gotta make sure this is okay and make sure the house isn't like burning. Plus I'm starving. Okay. The Checker General Lee will be next for my custom. Oh, that's awesome. Checker, like a checker cab? Like the old marathon taxis, you mean? Is that what you're gonna do? Hey, Wild, do you post pictures anywhere of those cool die casts? Max is asking Wild if he posts pictures everywhere of the die casts. Anywhere. G's Diecast. The Hot Wheel Dairy is a Divco, also called the Matchbox. Oh, that was recent too, G. I remember when you ordered that, I believe. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Okay. Heck, Glenn, I'll be outside either way. Okay, yeah, I'm coming, buddy. I just had to get everything. Okay. Going outside. Outside on this porch, guys, where we live. G probably does the same thing because he doesn't live too far away. He lives, 10 minutes away, whatever. But he, when I come out here at night, I actually turn the light on now before I come out. And I tell Glenn to do the same thing because I've heard things and looked out the window and seen all kinds of coons and everything. And we know that there's coyotes and everything around here. Like you heard the one video I made of them. So wouldn't want a small, if I had a cat, it would not be getting outside in this neighborhood. It's actually, you don't see cats around here, and there's a reason why. The Divco Mystery Machine will be my first custom, inspired by Base Metal HW's custom sorry, that's my eyes, buddy. E-Bear Metal Hot Wheels. That sounds awesome anyway. Wild, I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, if you share it with me somehow, I will share it with these guys as well. I don't know if you have a platform that you can share it with everybody, but I will share it for you as well. Like I shared Max's score the other day. Now that I'm talking about it, and it's not your fault, Max, but that is one of the reasons I couldn't sleep. Like I actually was going to bed and that message came through that said I got the General Lee, blah, blah, blah. And that was it. I just couldn't fall asleep right away because I was excited. That excites me. I sent Dave a crazy deal last night, or today I think it was, or last night for a car that he needs. Actually, I'm hoping that he grabbed it. It was the get this deal, guys. You want to hear a deal of the week? 1 of 18 scale American Graffiti 1932 Ford Ertl. Okay, I got the Motor Max and I'm happy with it for $80. This is the Ertl. Okay. The box is mint. The car is mint. It's been displayed out of the box, but the car is mint. $60. 60. I couldn't believe it. I said, because he just bought the 55 Chev a couple weeks ago. So that was perfect. I said, buddy, get on that. I actually sent it to him, and I think he was sleeping or busy or something, and I called him. And I said, sorry to call you out of the blue, man, but I don't want you to sleep on it and miss it. So I'm going to double check later and see if he got it. Dave's got different tastes than a lot of us. He might have just said, screw it and get just the 55. But after I had the 55, I wanted both of them. I just said, I'll get the yellow one if it's not that much money. We got 5 people in here. That's a pretty good turnout so far for being short into it. And 4 of you have smashed like. Thank you. You know what's interesting, guys? What we were going to do tonight, originally, I told you guys either a cool video or alive. We were going to do a cool video, and it was going to be, I don't know if you guys heard of this place. G probably has because he's from around here. The Hermitage. What it is it's ruins from like I think it's the late 1800s, early 1900s, but it's ruins that are apparently haunted. We were actually going to go out to that and do a ghost walk because when these guys went to Vegas, they did some sort of ghost thing, like looking for ghosts and UFOs and everything. Like a guy took them out on a safari. You should have seen the truck and everything. But Dave bought some special little handheld like sonar thing that picks that crap up. He bought one. So we were gonna go out and do that. Or originally they were going out and he brought it up to me. He said, you should come out with us. That would make a cool YouTube video. And I said, that sounds like an awesome idea. I went to do it years ago with my friend Sean, like long before I had a YouTube channel. And we got out there and it was all muddy and wet, like it was flooded. So we didn't do it. Hey, hey. Oh, the Boston Rangers here. Hey, hey, how's everything doing? Good, buddy. How are you doing? By the way, the Boston Ranger, about a day or two after, I can't remember how many days ago it was. It was at least 3 or 4 days ago. I messaged the guy with your car, and he said that he had just packed it. So, hoping it's already sent out and you're going to get it anytime. But this guy sells tons of cars, so you're not going to have a problem. The Canadian 1 of 18 scale group, the guy is very active in there. And that group in there, if there's scammers, like you'll get outed big time. Like they even out people that aren't in the group. Like there's this guy named David Mula. Oh, by the way, a guy named Dave Mula or David Mula, Mula. He scams people on Marketplace for die-cast cars. He offers free shipping and stuff like that. Remember that name, guys. David Mula, Mula. In fact, I'll take a picture that he was using and put it in the next video and show you guys. Oh, that's cool. Max said, good evening to Boss and Wonder. Ghostbusters. Yeah, exactly, G. It was like we were going to go out to the Hermitage and do a video like that just because it's different. And we were going to take Dave's little handheld thing. I'll admit, I don't really believe in that stuff because I haven't had it happen. But I did have something happen, but it might have been because I was tired. About 2009 or 10, we were in... me and Diane rented an apartment in a house. It was kind of like a real crappy little apartment, and in a kind of a rundown house. It was when I was still on dope, so we probably couldn't afford a lot more than that because I spent a lot of money on dope. But anyway, so there was one night I was there and I was working afternoons. I was working from home. I had a sales job working from home on a computer. And I was just waking up. It was mid-morning, late morning, whatever, because I had to log in for 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. was typically when I would work. And I heard, as I was laying in bed, it actually woke me up, or I thought it woke me up. I heard, Neil, Neil. And it sounded like it was either my mother or my sister, who are both passed away. Identical to one of them because they had a similar voice and just the tone they used. And what tripped me out is I thought it was Diane because I've heard her wake me up like that before, and Diane wasn't home. I started yelling for her, and then I called her up and she was like, no, I'm at the grocery store, or whatever she said. So yeah, that's the only thing I've ever had happen to me. Always appreciate the heads up on scammers. No problem. Yeah, anytime there's a scammer, I will let you guys know. And Glenn said he had some ghost experiences. We could probably get into that in another video.
Yeah, I've always believed in the paranormal and always will.
Yeah, he believes in that stuff. I'm not saying it's not true, by the way. I'm just saying I don't. It's never happened to me. Yeah. I was scammed. You weren't scammed by somebody in this area, were you? I didn't know you were scammed. Or that's the guy through the mail or something, right? Because if you were scammed and the person lives in this area, you're not scammed because we're gonna go get your whatever it is. Yeah, gee, that's got to be through the mail because nobody's gonna do that here. Sorry, I'm gonna pick this up to read the comments. No, China. Oh, oh, Max. Okay, but both of you guys said you were scammed, so you got scammed out of China, Max. Okay, and G said he got scammed. It was from around here, G. You're saying? If it was, I'm gonna get a hold of you tomorrow because if somebody around here did that, they're not gonna do that. I thought that was somebody out of town or somebody further than a car ride, but if it's somebody here, they're not gonna do it.
We'll take them and dump them in the lake.
I fell for.
Fish.
Oh, a website. Okay. I thought you were saying somebody around here's got you. I was like, no, I'm gonna call you tomorrow because they're not gonna get you. Yeah, some of those are convincing. I warned Glenn about it because they're showing up on Facebook now. The ones that have Auto World General Lees for $39.99 and all that, they look legit, but I got beat on a McLaren. Oh, F1. That's not good. Where did you get was yours a fake site too, Max? Or my other custom diecast, I plan to make the Cobra Kai GM. Oh, that would be awesome. The GMC motorhome. That's killer. From Cobra Kai. Did you hear that, Glenn?
Mm-hmm.
You know the Cobra Kai show, right?
Yeah. That was made in Toronto, I believe.
Probably a lot of it was. I wouldn't be surprised, Glenn. A lot of them come here because it's cheaper to film here because of taxes, I guess. I guess they pay a lot of tax or whatever fees to go to actual California now, so a lot of them come here.
Not to mention shipping and fuel to ship everything and.
No, they sent me another car worth about 50. Oh, that sounds, Max, that sounds like that David Mula guy. Because that's what he was doing to people, too. He was sending them cars that were just junk. And sorry, Glenn, I was listening to you. I'm just replying to these guys, too. Boston Ranger, I received the General Lee. Oh, you ordered it! I forgot! Oh, yeah, so guys, another option is Cooter's Place has the General Lee. It's an Auto World Silver Screen Machines. It's a little bit different. It's got the flag from Season 1 near the antenna. It's got a couple differences, but it's got the rims, everything else. And the only thing with that, yeah, they're very good quality. Yeah, the only thing with that is I believe you have to put the decals on. I would be able to do it, but some people are not confident because you would want those nice and straight. But that is an awesome car, buddy. I forgot that you got that. And yeah, the bait and switch for sure, Max. That's no good. I cannot believe you got the General Lee. I can believe it because you did it when I talked to you, but I forgot all about it. Last week I bought a General Lee diecast for $15 at an antique store. It's vintage. Oh, I think you told me about that or showed me that. Yeah, the vintage Ertl, the OG one with the black interior. Yeah, there's a way to tell if it's vintage or the 98 issue by the color of the font on the General Lee on the roof. I did a video and a short on that. Max says congrats on the General Lee Boston. Yeah, it's yeah, he was asking me about it. I actually called him on the phone, I believe it was, that day, and I told him about it. Or I texted him the information. He asked me about it, how he can get one. And he got one right away. So this week, Max and Boston Ranger both got them. And that is awesome. You know who still needs one, guys? Dave H, we got to get one for still.
And me?
You have one. You already have one, you bugger. Glenn's got the Silver Screen Machines General Lee, and he's got the Silver Screen Machines Happy Birthday General Lee. Somebody was selling that for like $700 on, I think it was Marketplace or something. I was like, holy crap.
Now I just need the chrome one.
Yeah, the Crow. They don't make one for Silver Screen,
No,
buddy.
not for silver screen, but just the chrome.
Oh, the 118, yeah. You know what would be the awesome the ultimate black General Lee, guys? I said when Glenn got his Happy Birthday General, take that and put vector rims on it and put the flag and everything. Boom! Can you imagine that? Because you'd have the auto world quality and everything. Nice. Every collector has to have at least. Yeah, for sure. I agree, buddy. G, you have a Silver Screen machine, right? Because, G, if you don't have a Silver Screen machine, General Lee, I think we're going to try to hunt you one down, like a super discount, like the other cars I got you. Dave is on the list, and you can be on the list as well. If you don't have one, because that's, but yeah, you got to have at least one. I'm glad you do have one either way, because that's a must-have for a movie car collection. Crazy thing is, that was my first 1 of 18 scale movie car. Was the Silver Screen Machines General Lee I got for $100. Mint condition, it was loose, didn't have a box. And I had to wait a month to get the CB antenna, because I looked at the pictures, it looked awesome. The guy shows up, I say, oh, where's the antenna? My heart starts pumping out of my chest. Here comes the catch, why it's only $100, I'm thinking. And he says, darn it, I forgot it at home. I said, oh, so you do have the antenna? Oh, yeah, I think I still got it. I don't think my wife ran the vacuum cleaner lately. Like, I was like, oh my God. But true to his word, about 3 weeks later, the guy texted me and said, hey man, I got the antenna. I'll hit you up when I come to town. And then about a week later, he came to town. But that was crazy. And Glenn, thank you. I see that you're chatting it up in the comments. Thank you for that. Because I can't see a lot of them, so I'm reading them every once in a while. But yeah, it was crazy. That was my first movie car. A heavy hitter for the first one, let me tell you. But that got me hooked. That. Who knows? If that Silver Screen Machines didn't happen, there might not be a Retro Collectibles YouTube channel. Who knows? Because the channel is based on trying to save money, right? To build a collection on a budget, so. And then the second big one that I got was the Smokey and the Bandit car in the box for $150. That's the one that convinced me that these are not just a fluke finding this stuff. And then the Auto Art Bullet for $100 sealed in the box. Well, it wasn't sealed. He said when he gets the car, he took it out, looked at it, and put it back, which I believe. But yeah, these are not flukes, guys. I see them. We see them all the time. A lot of times I miss out. You know what I missed out the other day? I'm actually going to post because I like posting to show when I miss stuff too. Not just my wins. I want to show that it's not just all winning. Like that to do this, there's actually losing too. And a $10 turbo hopper car. You remember Tyco Turbo Hopper? The commercial with the banjo. Tyco Turbo Hopper. Most people will remember it. Well, they're fetching a premium now for guys my age. Like a not working one with the remote and everything, you're going to pay like $75 for it, right? One in the box, the lady said she didn't know if it worked or not, but it was in the box, in the styrofoam insert still, with the remote, everything there, $10. In Stratford, I'm about an hour and a half away. My best friend lives there. I message her immediately. Is this available? I'll e-transfer you right now. Have a friend pick it up. Didn't respond. And I told Glenn, I said, oh no. I said, if she didn't respond, it means she's sleeping or at work probably or busy. And by the time she responds, she'll have, like, sorry guys, basically I'm not the first person probably. And I was right. The next day she had read my message, and then all of a sudden it went to pending and then sold. And that's happened before. I was like, darn it. I told somebody else that. I said, it's going to go watch. It's going to be, they'll read my message and then it'll go sold. But, excellent physical condition. I think that it would have worked, even if it had leaking batteries in it, because that one took triple E's and double E's rather. I could clean that if it leaks, the leak in batteries. But even if it did not work untested in that condition, because you could have put it on the shelf, it had all the stickers, everything, $75 in that shape, not working. The remote control is worth more than $10 to some guy that doesn't have a remote control. Thank you, Max. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, G. Yeah, Max is awesome, but G, I think you guys would get along very, very well. I got another interesting collecting story for you guys. It's about a truck. So you guys won't be bored. It's not diecast, but it's about a truck. A couple years ago, I bought Play School Bigfoot truck. G might remember this. A few of you might remember this. It was the Bigfoot truck that had the 2 gear shifts that stuck out at the top, and it had a key. And they made different ones. They made Orange Blossom and a couple other ones. And you could buy the trailer that Bigfoot would pull in that mud pull that it used to do, right? You buy the trailer separately. So, like everything else, that key got lost over the years because this is a 1980s toy, right? So the key fetches a premium. A couple years ago, I bought one of those Bigfoot trucks, non-functioning. It looked like a pile of crap. I paid $20 for it. Reason I bought it, it had the key, right? And I told all my friends, I said, one day I'm going to find a good one that's all it's missing is the key. Because there's tons of them, right? You just got to wait till it comes to your area so you don't got to ship it. Wait till it's the right price, but it'll happen. So when Diane left, whatever, I gave that as a gift to a guy that I know that watches the videos, actually. I won't give his last name, but it's a guy named Eric. He watches these videos all the time. He's probably busy tonight, whatever. But he likes trucks, so I gave it to Eric. And I explained what I just told you guys. I said, now I know what you're thinking. Why is Neil giving me this piece of crap? And I explained my plan with it. And I said, what we'll do is we'll find you a good one. Well, yesterday, doesn't one pop up, I believe, on Marketplace. It was either Marketplace or Kijiji. And everything was there, and it had the trailers separate with the box for the pull, the pull sled, the sled pull. That's what they called it, the trailer sled thing. Everything was there. It came with a fresh decal kit even to put on the truck. All it was missing was the key. And I sent it to Eric. I said, dude, there's your truck. Like, it even had, like I said, because they were sold separately. That trailer, you bought it as a separate toy to hook up to the Bigfoot. It came with like a tree and stuff like that. Yeah, like that's the deal that I would have got for myself. But me and Diane, I needed room, blah, blah, blah. I was happy giving that to him because he's a truck guy, and I know one day that he will do something with it. But I was like, wow, that is the deal for sure. We got 7 likes now and 6 people in here. So at one point we had 7 people in here. Just in case any of you are wondering, tonight, actually there's flash on here, so maybe I could light myself up better. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? No, I don't. Cancel. Okay, cancel. It was gonna let me turn on the light on my phone, but it was gonna make me stop streaming, and I was like, oh, nope, Still learning this. But we got an unboxing, guys. We were actually going to do it earlier tonight. But Mr. Cowie went out and got a little bit tied up and didn't come back. He went to his truck meet and was there a little bit later. We're going to do it either after the video tonight or tomorrow. It's not a huge deal anyway. It's the unboxing. We were planning to do the live tonight anyway. We were just going to try to do the unboxing a little bit ahead, but we were going to do that tonight or tomorrow, and that'll be tomorrow night's vidya. Is going to be an unboxing. And it's going to be a good one. It's actually going to be one of two Shelbys, either a modern one or a classic one. So, but they're both done by a very good company. I try to go back and forth between Mopars, Mustangs, a little bit of everything, weird stuff. The channel isn't just high-end stuff. It's not about a certain car. We try to do, as you guys seen by the Drew Carey Beetle, everything. And sometimes that's how we discover good quality in some of the obscure stuff. Is the box looks like crap, but we open it. You know, a car that I did unboxing on that blew me away. It's probably the most underrated for details that I've ever done. And that normal people would just look at it at a diecast show or whatever and say, oh yeah, that one there. It was that Motor Max American Graffiti, that 1950 Chev. The unboxing video was up this week sometime in the last week. That thing, the pictures that thing takes, I was blown away. All Dave has to do is remove the American Graffiti, like what I did with the yellow one. I don't know if he's going to do that or keep it stock. Dave's the type of guy who likes to keep things the way they're supposed to be. But if he decides to do that, I can do it for him or whatever. But that thing is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. A good idea that he bought a stock 64 Impala from that shop that I went to on Ottawa Street. When Dave went back, one of the cars he got was a beautiful stock 64 Impala. It's the car that everybody makes lowriders out of, chop them up. But this one's stock. The idea he had, which I thought was a wicked out-of-the-box idea, is getting 1/18 scale figures of like Ice Cube or Eazy-E, those guys, and like stand them around it, like cruising down the street in my 6'4". I thought that was a cool idea. He could also get not Eazy-E in that, but I would get like Chicano style, you know, the guys, the old school lowrider crowd. I would get a couple of those guys and leave that Motor Max 50 Chev just as it is. Maybe remove the American Graffiti, but I would put some Chicanos around it. I think it would look awesome just the way it is, because those guys nowadays, a lot of those, they try to keep it stock too if it's beautiful. Am I missing any comments? Thank you. We will make it work over the summer for sure. Oh yeah, Max, if you ever come here, that would be awesome. And yeah, I'm starting to like the Shelbys. Yeah, Glenn got me kind of into the Shelbys. Where is it you live?
Better than Scrap Arrows.
Max lives here in Ontario. I know the area he lives in. I just cannot remember exactly. He doesn't live too far, G, like within, like you could drive there in a car. Like it's not super, super far. Within a couple hours. He'll probably tell you. I shouldn't be answering for him. But yeah, he's, you could, it's possible, G, that you could meet him one day. I'll put it that way. It's very possible, because if he comes here, I'll bring him to meet you. And he's one of the guys that loved the video of your collection as well. What did Max say? North of Treetown? Or Trenton. Trenton, what am I talking about? North of Trenton. Yeah, he's not too far. And no problem, Max, at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's not too far. I've been fishing. You know what? My older brother lives in Whitby. My big brother Doug. And he goes fishing up near there, I think. He's got a cottage and stuff. I'm going to ask him where his cottage is because I've went with him a lot of times in my life. Trying to think of where his cottage is at. But I know we have went fishing up Trenton Way. Me and my older brother. Holy crap, 9:40. I think we're going to do this until I'll let it go until 10 just to see if anybody else is going to come. Give somebody else an opportunity to pop in. Anybody that's watching right now, you guys don't feel forced to stay. Like if you guys got other stuff to do or whatever, I understand because we all got a life. But yeah, I'm gonna stick around until 10 p.m. here, see if anybody else comes in. You guys are welcome to stay. I just don't want you guys to feel forced, you know? As I sit here dipping bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers into Doritos dip. That's a good combo. Now I'm going to have to watch my weight. I thought it was an age thing because Diane even said, your appetite's not like it used to be at all, blah, blah, blah. Like, you got to remember, I had my picture on the wall of a restaurant here in Hamilton called Big Ed's because I ate a 3-pound bacon cheeseburger. Like, I was on the wall beside, I don't know if you guys know Furious Pete. He was a famous eater. He is a famous competitive eater. My picture was right beside his. With a bunch, like, there was me on the wall, Furious Pete, and then, like, bodybuilders, everything else, and then there's me amongst all those guys. I got a picture on my Facebook of my picture on Big Ed's wall, actually. If you guys look, it's in an album called My Trip to Big Ed's or something like that, but yeah, that was my second attempt to try to eat that burger. It has 6 slices of processed cheese on it. I thought that was too much processed cheese. And I ate the fries that went with it. But yeah, three 1-pound patties plus everything else. And I got bacon and hot peppers on it. And then that restaurant, I believe, Big Ed's, I don't want to speak too much on it, but I think they got busted selling illegal spices out of there.
Merchandise?
Yeah, something like that. And yeah, they've closed down, but they had the biggest burger in town. It was 3-pound. Up until then, it was O'Neill's. It was the 1-pound pugger, but I loved O'Neill's because O'Neill's 1-pound pugger tasted better than the Big Ed's. But O'Neill's, I could eat that with a large poutine, and I used to. And now my appetite's back, so. I got 8 of my pounds back on. What's this? I don't bother with the Instagram.
Yeah, somebody above us asked if we had it. I think
Oh.
A Boston Ranger, maybe? No, Wild Hedgehog asked.
Having too much. Oh, cool. Okay, guys. If you guys are having fun, I'm having fun. I just want to make sure that we're not holding you guys hostage from your families or anything. G has his granddaughter there. Just making sure everything's cool. I'm going to put my dip inside so it doesn't get full of bugs. It is so beautiful sitting out here. Like it was earlier, I didn't realize, and I'm going to tell Glenn this now. So earlier, I wake up, I sleep in. I slept really good. I didn't set an alarm. And I woke up. I told Glenn I had a headache. And I had to, so I went back and laid down. I noticed as soon as I go down into my basement, and it's dark, guys, because there's no light here, just going inside. I noticed as soon as I go down into the basement, it's a lot cooler. And I'm like, oh, wow. It was like an oven on this main floor today, and I didn't realize it. Like, I just got up and was sitting in it and everything, and it didn't dawn on me like, wow, that is hot. So yeah, that might have did it. What's this? Chico. Oh, hey, Chico. Chico, that car that I did, the 1950 Chevy. You would have liked that car. I don't know if you watched that video. That is a car you would have liked. It had Chico written all over it. It was the Motor Max American Graffiti one. The only thing that I would do is take the American Graffiti off the side, which is easy to do. But that car, when I seen that, I said, boy, Chico would like that. I like it. I love it. The color of it and everything. But just the way it was done, I thought that was a Chico car. For sure. And thank you for dropping in, Chico, as well. And for sure, I'll be making a new video soon. I will be doing that tonight or tomorrow, actually. Yeah, Chico is awesome, Max. Thank you, Max, for telling me that he shouted me out in his video. Because if you put me on to somebody that's awesome, that reminds me a lot of me and what we do here. So that's awesome. I really enjoy his videos. Glenn binges his videos, Chico. Like, Glenn will start telling me, oh, did you watch this one or that one? And he'll put me on to them. He really watches them. Uh-oh. Getting into those. Well, that's wild. There's a little bit of a delay, guys, because you know what? I just walked out here, and I could hear myself talking. It sounded like I was talking to Glenn out on the porch here. I was like, what's going on? And then I realized it's a little bit of a delay. That's wild. So yeah, unboxing video tonight. We're probably going to do it for tomorrow to upload it. And the Hermitage Ghost Walk thing, anything different like that, just to kind of give you guys something cool and different to watch. I'm always going to try to do it. Kind of like that video of the, it was almost 2 hours long, the Saturday toy hunt and stuff. That actually went over well. I was impressed with how many of you guys watched that. Because I said to Glenn, I said sometimes there's too long, you know what I mean? But no, I was impressed. I got a lot of positive feedback on that. What? G's Diecast. Hello, Chico. Welcome. G, if you have not watched Chico or checked his channel out, I recommend that you do that. He's one of us. He just lives in the States. His collection is similar to yours, G. Only his is mostly 1 of 18 scale, but he's got a very impressive collection. You would enjoy his content, G, if you check him out. In fact, I recommend you check him out. Sorry, Wild, I don't know where to get them. What did Wild say here? No problem, Chico, my friend. Oh, message retracted. I don't know what he said. Whatever he said, he retracted it. It was nothing bad. It was asking, I think, somebody where to get a car or something. And that is another thing, cool, too, guys. It always asks me if I want to restrict comments and all that stuff. It says, like, it gives me an option. Do I want to put a delay on commenting and stuff? That way I could see if anything's, you know, like if trolls are invading us, right? And it doesn't happen with you guys, and I'm thankful for that. I thought, like, I just hit over 1,000 subscribers April 1st, actually. And I thought, here we go, you know what I mean? But no, when I do, yeah, I've only gotten really one bad, like, hate. Well, it wasn't even a hate comment. It was the guy that said, get rid of that thing on your face. It looks stupid, eh? That's the only real attack that I got. Of course, I've had a couple people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about and just say stuff that doesn't make sense. I had the guy tell me that Morgan Freeman wouldn't do a commercial for me, which the irony went right over his head because that's obvious he wouldn't do a commercial for me. That's why we did it, because of the irony of the joke that he would never do that. But
Yeah, some people are hammerheads.
yeah, it was just went over. Yeah. But yeah, everybody's awesome. Like, I don't get bombarded by trolls. I've had a couple comments that made no sense whatsoever that the filter caught. Like, Really no sense, but other than that, everybody's been great so far. Well, the Hedgehog Maximus replied to about that question about the Blockbuster logo. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh yeah, decals. Um, Speaking of that, I'm gonna have to get some decals soon because Batman Bill, I promised him a long time ago a gold classic Batmobile. I have the Batmobile and everything. But the decal I got ended up not being the right one. I need one that will show up because it's a gold Batmobile, right? I don't know how it works, but you need one with with the right backing or something. So I got to get that. I'm going to try to get it before the ODA show because it's been like a year that I've been supposed to do this. And every time he asks me, I'm like, oh, I forgot because of what I just went through. But he probably doesn't realize, but now I want to get it done. So it was a gift too, just so everybody knows he didn't buy it from me. It wasn't part of a deal. It was I'm giving it to Bill. So if anybody knows Bill, you can ask him. Like I owe it to him, but it's because I verbally gave it to him. The Studebaker model kit I got is 1 of 24 scale. It'll be perfect for my NASCAR Blockbuster stock car. Oh, that's killer. Yeah, that sounds awesome. And some 1 of 24 scales made by certain companies, like a guy posted today, it was a really weird car. I think it was a Scion. You know, one of those ones that are square? He said he was looking for a 1 of 18 Scion to match his car, and he couldn't find it. Nobody makes it. But then he says Jada makes it, and it's very close to 118, and he had his truck. What's that sound?
That's the barbecue.
Okay.
And the couple up front.
Okay, I thought there was something on fire. I was like, what is that sound? Wouldn't that be a cool live video, eh?
I thought it was fireworks at first.
But anyway, what was I getting at before we thought the bush
You're
was
talking
burning?
about the person wanting a Scion car.
Oh, so yeah, so he had a picture of his actual Scion in front of a truck. And then he had the Jada version, that's supposed to be 1 of 24, in front of a 1 of 18 truck. That was the same truck, and it was very close to scale to 1 of 18, and it was marketed as 1 of 24. So sometimes companies, well, we know they're not all the exact same with the scaling. I plan to buy a 69 Charger model kit to make a Pink General. Pink General would be awesome.
Dave was talking about that not that long ago.
Who was?
Dave.
Oh, Dave, what about having one made?
Yep.
A 118?
Yep.
Oh, Dave's talking about having a 1 of 18 General made.
Like 2 weeks ago, or well, maybe 3 weeks ago now.
Dave got those little anodized customs, like the General Lee. He had it in anodized orange, but he had them done in pink. Daisy's Generals, he called them, and they were wicked. They came out really good. In fact, you guys have seen them. I've showed you guys them before. But yeah, 1 of 18 scale, pink would be awesome. We'll being honest. Breast cancer awareness thing. That is killer. That's a killer idea.
And the guy that done Dave's has done an amazing job. I don't know where Buddy is though. He's in
Philippines or something crazy. Yeah, overseas where Dave's guy is.
Yeah, Indonesia, isn't it?
Somewhere weird. Somewhere far. Good at what he does though.
And he does an immaculate job packing everything.
For breast cancer, that's a wicked idea. That pink for breast cancer, that's awesome. Yeah, he said he's gonna make the General for breast cancer, which I thought is killer.
Yeah.
I am going to have a cheat while I sit here with you guys, since I could do that since I'm outside. I don't feel bad doing this either in case anybody watches because it's not tobacco. But if anybody younger watches my videos, you know, wait. Do not do this when you're younger. If I could have waited, I started doing this stuff when I was 13 years old. Okay? If I could go back time and wait, or rewind time and wait, I would. Or not do it at all. Like, for example, Diane has never, ever, ever tried drugs in her life. Okay? Not a joint, nothing.
Neither have I, with the
Or,
exception of coffee or
yeah.
pop.
And Diane, I could tell by how she functions. Yeah, I could tell by how people function that I've never been into that stuff. And not to mention, looking at my age, how I look, right? I'm going to be 46 in December, and I look, in my opinion, but then again, my father started turning gray when he was 18 years old, so. It just happened quick to me. Boom! All of a sudden, I was all friggin' white. Just did a pink 1986 Batmobile, or 1966. Oh, yeah, the Jada. We have that here, my friend. Yep, those are nice.
They got the pink Ecto coming out.
The pink slips. Oh, yeah, they have a pink Ecto apparently coming out. I heard of that. Somebody mentioned it, I thought.
Probably Eric Price.
Jada, by the way, guys, anybody that likes Shelby Mustangs, I was looking earlier for cars to cut out because I'm making Glenn like a promotional picture for the Cowie Diecast Museum. And his car is Shelby's. He likes Shelby Mustangs, Cobras, all that, right? And he likes classic Mustangs. He chose a Bullet. But I made a poster earlier. I put it on Facebook, and it shows him driving like a purpley, really candy. It's almost like a chameleon color Shelby. That's a Jada pink slip, one of 24, guys. That car that shows Glenn in it with the Hamilton police and everything. Jada, I was looking at that. I said, oh my God, Jada did that. Like, that looks good. Like, it looked good enough that I, like I said, cut it out and used it in one of my pictures. I was impressed. Like, the paint they did on it, everything, it was just amazing. Yeah, Jada's definitely up the bar with those pink slips too. I'm a fan of Jada. They've always been fun. I had a lot of Jada movie cars before. I had both Knight Rider cars, everything in 1 to 24. And then when I dumped a lot of them off when I decided to go 1 of 18 scale. Go big or go home. And then what I try to teach people too is quality over quantity. Like, you don't want to buy, a cheaper version of, say, the General Lee and regret it later. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that myself, not with the General Lee, but with other cars. And there still are movie cars on my list, guys. The 2-lane blacktop 55, I want terrible. And they also made a gold Daytona G. I know you've seen that one before because I've sent it to you. It's in the silver 2-lane blacktop box. I think it's the car that was in the 2 seconds at the beginning of the movie when the cops showed up at the drag race. I think that's the Daytona. But I would love it. It's a Daytona. It's in a 2-lane blacktop box. But those ones are expensive. And before I let you go, the one that I have my eye on, and I'm going to say it, because I don't think any of you guys will steal it, but if you do, you do. There will be other ones down the road. It's the Scooby-Doo van, but it's the Johnny Lightning one that came in the bubble. The Johnny Lightning in the bubble, the Herbie in the bubble, those are expensive because they're rare for some reason.
I need them now.
I don't know if it's because people opened them. Glenn has the Scooby-Doo truck. It usually sells for about $300-400. I found it for $150 on Kijiji. Now it would be $150 plus shipping. Hey Neil, sorry I'm late. Hey Nate. Hey Nate. Good thing I stayed till about 9:30 or 9:40. I looked at the time. And we were all in here having fun, and I told everybody I don't want to keep you guys hostage. If anybody needs to leave, I understand. But I said I'm going to stick around until 10 or a couple minutes after 10 to make sure nobody shows up late and they miss out. So I'm glad we did that. Anybody wondering? Hemi Nate is also one of us. I have met Hemi Nate in person. He goes to the ODA show. So he really is one of us. Like he's from around here. I mean, everybody in this chat right now is one of us. But he's in our area. Like I've met him in person. He came up to me and we had an awesome conversation more than once. Yeah, and he taught me something. He taught me about the the Fairlane, the Ford Fairlane by GMP that the windows roll down. I wouldn't have known that if Nate didn't tell me. So good on Nate for teaching retro collectibles something. And that's the thing with this, guys. You're going to be in this if you're a new collector. 10 years from now, you'll still be learning. I still learn stuff every day. Somebody taught me something else today. I can't remember what it was, but somebody showed me a car or something on Facebook, and I said, you just taught me something because I didn't know that car. I didn't think a car existed or something, and the person showed me. And yeah, they taught me something. I said, you taught me something today. But yeah, this is a constant learning thing. We're always learning. We're always getting better. And if you make a mistake hunting, lose a deal, learn from the mistake. That's what I do. I learn from my mistakes. You know a mistake that I made, because I do make mistakes. I'm going to tell you guys a mistake I made before I say goodnight. A couple years ago, AEW wrestling figures, they were fairly new and they were hot. As soon as a wave hit the store, they were gone. Now they're stockpiled everywhere in stores. But when they came out, they were hot. And if I got a whole wave of them at once, people were like, Neil's the champ. Like I'd post it on Facebook and people would go crazy about it. How'd you get those, right? And the first chase that came out, I don't even know their names. Orange Cassidy, or it was one of those AEW pioneers. It was the first chase. If you know about AEW figures, the first chase figure that they made, it was fetching about $500, and it was about $29.99 in the store. And I had one person message me and say, Neil, if you find me that figure, I got $500 here for you. And I said, I won't charge you $500. And he said, well, I'm going to hook you up if you find me that. I walked in Centennial Walmart one morning. Yes, Centennial Walmart this happened at. I walked in there one morning and they put out toys. And I said, crap, they put out toys. I'm going to check the die-cast aisle before... Like, I made the conscious decision, where am I going to check first? I'm going to check the die-cast. I go to the die-cast aisle, and the wrestling figures are right across from me, but through that little partition, right? So I'm looking at the die-cast. There's nothing really that I want. All of a sudden, I hear a commotion. Oh my God, woo, woo, woo. I say, what is going on over there? I walk around the corner, and it's this guy. And he, obviously a wrestling collector, they have kind of a look. And it's not a bad look. They just have a look kind of like I look, like a, like a junk food eating, friggin' tracksuit wearing type of guy. And he found that damn chase. And he was in the store after me. Like, if I would have went to that aisle first, I would have gotten that. And that taught me a lesson that day. So you learn from your mistakes. If there's something you're really after, like, one thing I will not do is if I walk in the store in the morning and the dump bin is fresh and it's heaping over, nobody's touched it, I'm not stopping at the dump bin. I'm going right to the pegs. And if there's nothing on the pegs, I'll double back. You think I'm going to mess with a bunch of main lines if there's a bunch of chases and stuff on the pegs? There's definitely strategy to this stuff. And that's what I try to show you guys. Anyway, guys, I would like to thank you all for coming. This has been awesome. Glenn is awesome. He sat out here with us, participated with us. He was in the comments, which was awesome, Glenn. I did not expect you to be in there commenting and stuff. Every time we do this, actually, I think that's a good idea if Glenn watches the live and he can interact with you guys in the comments. That is a heck of an idea. And that's Glenn that came up with that, you guys, by the way. He just started doing it.
Yeah, it's just hard to hear you with the volume down.
Yeah, but yeah, but the cool thing is you're right here, and it's like a double interaction, which is really cool. So guys, we're gonna say goodnight. So remember, thank you all for coming. We're gonna do an unboxing video. Well, it's gonna be uploaded tomorrow night, probably. I'm gonna aim for early evening, for when you guys just finish your dinner, you're settling in with your families. That's the time that I want it to land. So we're gonna probably do the unboxing tonight or tomorrow in the daytime, and so you guys will get a video tomorrow. And we got other stuff in the works coming up as well in the future. Don't worry about that. It's already 1 year. So in June, before I say goodnight, June, I'm going to get the exact date, but June marks the 1 year anniversary of the Retro Collectibles Crackit Show.
And this is June 1st today.
And it's June 1st today. So I'm going to find out when that episode was in June. And we're going to do like an anniversary thing. Something special. And you know when I say something special, I make it special. So that's what we're going to do. So anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I wish I could do my editing at the end here, but I can't do it for a live. I could do a post edit and put it back up, but it's not the same thing. But thank you so much for coming, though, guys. It means a lot to me that you guys would take the time out to come. I've almost got as many likes as I do as people in watching. So thanks a lot. To the people that have missed tonight, you're going to watch later. You're from the future. Hello, guys. Whoever's watching later, not a part of the live, we missed you. Please come to the next one. And yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please smash like for me if you haven't already, but most of you have. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. But I think only subscribers can watch these. I'm not sure. And you know what I'm going to say, guys. As always, happy hunting.